Doing a personal read for those that come into this live session. Personal spirit animal. Let's see, we got somebody in here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, okay. Hi, hi, hi. Hello. How many people we got? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 people. Okay, since we're starting to get people coming in here, I have something in my hand here, and there's numbers inside this box. Are any of you interested in your own personal reading by me, just for the heck of it? Any of you want to get a reading using, various decks? Well, I'd like for each of you to pick a number 1 through 10. Eight for that person. 7. 3. I already have them all numbered, and I had them in this box. They were in this. It's like a mermaid, and I just had it kind of ready already. So everybody gets their number. Once you have posted your number 1 through 10, what I'm gonna do is whatever number gets picked, I'm gonna pull them all one at a time. That's the plan. 1 through 10, all of them. Okay. But the first 3, okay, no matter what, we'll get first 3 people with the first 10 will get a long length, and anyone after that after the first 3, which we already got right here, 8, 7, and 3. Let's see what happens. I don't see anybody else interested, but I was thinking of the first 3 getting the long form, and then anybody else after the first 3 getting more of a short answer reading, because the long forms. Let's see. So we got 8. Let's just see what happens. Just trying to make things at least somewhat spicier than just picking. And I did pick number 8, so we'll do number 8 first. And I didn't even mean to do that. I just kind of shuffled around and grabbed one. So number 8, which is Kira Not Found. Or Kira Not Found. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. So before you even ask me anything or ask anything about anything, I'm just gonna kind of just try to focus on your energy for a second. Let's see. Okay, cool. Now, for anyone who hasn't been coming to this channel ever, you've never been here before, I've been doing these messages for a while. I've been using tarot since I was a little girl, but it wasn't until like this year that I started doing it more like in this general way where people I don't know. And so now I'm trying to just expand by doing it every day, because the more you do it, the better you are at it. And so, oh, this right here, this is the flower of life. I don't know if anybody out there knows anything about sacred geometry. Ever heard of the flower of life? It's a various circles, basically, all intertwined together. If you don't know, you should look it up. It's really interesting. So, Kira Not Found. Let me just pull one spirit animal card, focusing on your energy, since we did. So, your energy is starting out with self-reliance. something in your life right now has really, or your vibrations, like what's in your energy field, is this, it's like something is really pushing that resiliency within your life right now. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So that's this energy coming out right away. And let's see if we can get a tarot to help me. Oh, that's awesome. So that's really good because since doing this every day, I've been leading with spirit animals, and it's funny how I've been expanding from this deck, and I've actually made cards of my own based on animals since working with this deck specifically. Just leading with that. They say if you repeat something to yourself over and over again, you bring it more into your reality, right? So I've been saying and writing spirit animal message over and over and over again every single day. And I swear it's been just bringing me more of them because I've been saying it and writing it every day. Power of manifestation. Hi, hello. Hello, everyone who is coming in here and ends up staying. So, Ace of Cups, you have some form of an emotional new beginning starting in your life, Kira. I don't know how, if this resonates. Some new beginning in emotional fulfillment. I don't know what kind of connection this is exactly, or if this is you filling your own cup and just being that person that knows how to love yourself properly, and it's just like really coming into of a more focus. It's like a new beginning of a greater expansion of happiness and love and joy. Oh, okay, so that's what this is. That's from must be the new beginning, because that could be that. I mean, that's emotional fulfillment. That's filling your own cup. Yeah, that's what that would be. That's not just an emotional fulfillment. That's expansion. That's like I was just saying, filling your own cup, being that sovereign being of expansion, positive, progressive possibilities, self-reliance. Let's see what else comes in. What's crossing you in this situation with this Ace of Cups? What is this Ace of Cups crossing for Kira? And then what's this Ace of Cups crossing Kira? And we're gonna go on more. We're gonna do more. I can only do one person at a time, and that's what this is about. Is this live is to get more one-on-one with people versus just like a group general reading. I love doing tarot. It's really something I really enjoy doing, and by doing it more, I get to learn more. And my name is Patty, for anyone who's curious. So what is crossing? Sometimes this is I want to just hold my crystal here so I can stay focused. So judgment. You may be heading for an awakening of some sort. Crossing this situation. There's the bird itself, this one right here, that's standing out to me the most when I'm picking this card up, because every image of this particular card is different. However, in this image, this bird is really standing out to me for this, and I feel like it's like something of great importance is it's like the inspiration you need to know your path it's like I feel like our paths can go in different directions, but we all have this like divine path that's like truly meant for us. It's like our soul's purpose, life purpose, or something. I feel like you're about to have, I don't know how soon this might be, but I feel like you're gonna have some form of an awakening or an aha moment where you're just gonna know uh, which path is like your path. It's like you're just gonna know yourself in a way where, you know, you see people that just know themselves and start to just embody this version of themselves. It's just, I feel like you're gonna get, if you haven't already had that moment, you're about to have that moment. And let's see, I don't know how that if that resonated. Oh, okay. So that must have been because that's what I'm reading in the present moment. In your, that's where I started out, is like, what is in your present moment? That's the Ace of Cups. You know, what is crossing you? That is awesome, because not everybody, and I can say I went to school for interior design and architecture, and you know, after picking my degree, and actually even before that, I picked a degree several times. So for you to have that moment is a gift. It is special, because not everyone actually does have that moment. So and when you have that moment, it's like with me with tarot, I didn't know what I had been running in circles in my life for so long, and then recently I've been like, I love doing tarot so much, and I study spirituality like all the time, whether I do this or not. It's like, that's all I do. I have books and binders filled with just esoteric knowledge for days, and I'm just like, you know, this channel started, and I started a channel before, but not in this consistency. And I feel like consistency, you become being. When you are in being, you expand in that space, and you become in that embodiment. So what would be your, let me do one more card, just, and then we'll move on. This will be your destiny for this reading. So instead of going into the full, and if you'd like a book a full personal reading, anyone in here, feel free to leave that comment, and I can even write it down somehow. You can send me an email, and I can arrange that after the video if you want more in depth, like colors and numbers and all these things. So the destiny, because your destiny moving forward, like, where is that greater, what is the destiny surrounding this, you know, Ace of Cups and this Judgment, this energy that we're already on the same page about. So, destiny. If you hear birds, I have a whole bunch of cockatiels flying around the room right now. They'll land. One of them will land on my head at any given time, I promise you. Okay. Alright. Let me just focus on Kira real quick, because I feel like I'm kind of in between a couple of people right here. So, Judgment and Ace of Cups. So what is the destiny of this decision? What is the destiny of this decision? I don't even know if I need to say very much, but it's the Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, which means this is a strong choice. This has this has what you would want energetically, vibrationally. You're in alignment with exactly what you would want, that greater abundance, that greater fulfillment, that 444 or 44 foundational security within your being, within your present moment, moving forward in life. So that is awesome. That's your destiny. That's your decision. That's your all the progression, the self-reliance, all what you are working towards. This beginning with what the greater, where you're headed. King of Pentacles. So congratulations on your journey. Keep up the great work, and it seems like you have a great mind and you're going to get exactly where you want to go. This is, I feel like you couldn't get stronger, because I think of the stag, and I think about how the stag is very spiritual, and it's like, the stag is that spiritual guide. So I think about how you could even have your own you could have a spiritual guide yourself. And we all have spiritual guides, but that might be, and me thinking of that might be a part of this message for you, is that, you're divinely protected in this way. Because I think of how, I see all this, like, just all the animals that seem to are in the cards of the deck that I chose, because I have other decks up here and this is just the deck I chose. It just seems like there is just a lot of protection energy, sacred energy, almost like what you could be doing may affect the world and yourself in a way that is progressive and positive. And this is part of your destiny, but this is also so divinely protected because of how it affects life itself. And you think about frame by frame, every time we do something right or wrong is an effect on the great moment of life, because they say that life is this illusion, right? So every moment we are something of this greater potential. We are creating greater potential in the world, really. Oh my God, that's so interesting. Oh my God. That is a beautiful choice too. Oh my goodness, congratulations. In psychology, that is an intense field, and I say congratulations. Remember that you're never, as a person who studies the mind myself, just remember, I tell this to people, like, I know everything, but remember, we don't know everything. Is that anyone who I see people when I was young in psychology or in that space of a counselor towards a child, I feel like the part that I always met an issue with a counselor is them feeling like they met to that space where they felt like they knew it all, right? So I feel like you're in a great mindset. You're coming into this kind of a message. So I feel like you have an awakened mind. You may have had your own spiritual awakening, but you're welcome. And let's go to another person, just because if there is anybody else, there's only one other person. The other person that's still here, would you like one? Because I'm willing to do more. I just wanted to do one-on-one. This is part of the fun, we get to do this. And feel free to follow me. I do messages, and I'll be doing live more. I made a decision and a commitment that if I ever made 200 subscribers on my page, that I would start doing live videos. And that was like a personal commitment, because I'm doing this basically, it's like a personal fulfillment, basically doing this every day. So 7, all right, we got 3 people, and I think Kara is one that's in here, I feel. So we got 7, and then what's the other person? We got 7. Since we're only got a few people in here, we are doing guessing of numbers 1 through 10. If we're coming in and we don't know, if you can give me a number 1 through 10, if there's anybody else in here, and then I basically pick the number. But if there's nobody else, the number 7, you're gonna go next. Life of Toby. I had this scheduled for tomorrow, but I wanted to do it tonight, but when I set up the schedule, it was for tomorrow, and I was like, you know what, that's just the setup that I had already, this mind that this was going to be more consistent, because I'm learning. I've not ever gone live before. So number 7, you are it. And I'm just going to put this deck. I'm not even going to worry about pulling anything, because I was thinking if we got a lot of people and everybody wanted to start reading and giving me numbers, I could just pull one at a time, 1 through 10. I'm gonna figure this out, by golly. So I'm gonna shuffle this real quick. Thank you for that comment. Ooh. Oh, there they go. Drop some cards. The baby one, I have a baby cockatiel, and I have another baby one right there. They're not babies, so they have their feathers and all that kind of stuff. They can, the one can't fly, but this one over here, she can fly. She's the one that will land on my head if at any given time during the messages. And that's, her name is Vocals. And my tattoo, I don't know if that person yet, is, this is the flower of life. And I'm doing, I don't know if you have been in here, but I'm doing readings for those that come into this live feed as just a way to get to know people in this way and be more one-on-one with the readings versus like these general readings where I'm pulling any random universal strand of energy. So this is I'm enjoying this already. So where's it? Number 9. Okay, I do see you. I just want to say Lyora Danny, number 9. I do see you. And because let me just see, because that was back there. Okay, yeah. So we had number 7, and just because there's only been 2 people and it's been 7 and 9, and I kind of already had this mindset. So how about we do number 7 and then you just go right after to you, since it's just been me wanting to move because of people coming in and kind of just going out. So this way people can come in and just get to know this channel maybe a little bit, because sometimes tarot can be very it's challenging to get to work with a tarot reader, especially with general readings, because a lot of times what they could potentially do is pick up on something in your potentiality field, but because you are not in vibration of it in a whole way, like you're embodying it in a whole way, they can actually pick up on, you could be in alignment with a reading, but it's more in your potentiality field. So sometimes people will actually watch readings that are more in a generalized thing, and they'll be like, oh my god, this is definitely going to happen, and if it doesn't, they get so discouraged, and it sometimes was not a reading for them, but for whatever reason they just weren't in that aligned path, and they could be in a greater path than that one. It's just, I don't know, I think in a weird way, I think in that multiverse kind of choices, but also those divine paths versus like a force of will path. And sometimes we get egoistic about our path, spiritually egoistically. What is that? Spiritual ego. Okay, Life of Toby. You've been very patient if you're still here. And I'm going to, I had her on my head and everything. Here she is. This is Vocals. And she is a cockatiel. She was born around Valentine's Day. So, Life of Toby. A spirit animal card for Toby. Really? That's so cool. Like that one, was it a male or a female? I'm just curious. Did it have more yellow in the face or more gray in the face? You're getting Wolf, Pathfinder, Toby. So, I don't know if this has already happened or if this is, and for some reason, mentioning Miracle at the bottom of the deck for you is something that I feel called to do also. Oh yeah, so female. And there's a reason why I asked you that, because I know a little bit about the background of cockatiels and just like that. And there was something I was thinking about today about the spiritual meaning of, and that how they care about themselves. You know how they look at the mirror all the time. They're very self-reflective. That's what it was. I was thinking about that today. They're very self-reflective because you always see them looking at the mirror, right? They always they love themselves, right? They're always very loving of themselves in the mirrors. They always want to sit in the mirror like, yep, I am the most beautiful thing on the planet, and I will just sit here and remember that all day long. And I don't think that's a bad thing to do. It's like it almost gives this energy of, it's like the spiritual liberation of that reflection. It's like they embody this energy of liberation, of self-reflection, only because that's all they do as their behavior. Their behavior just mirrors self-reflection. And having it be a baby, having her be a baby, and you coming here and finding resonance because of having one yourself, and having them be, if you look up their spiritual meaning, they actually mean spiritual liberation. They have this history through their spiritual meanings. And you have this Pathfinder card coming out. So it's like you have this synchronicity going on right now. And that's why I was asking you questions. Because I feel like you could be going through right now, it's like you could be coming in contact with a lot of spiritual, it's like guidance. It's like to assist you to perceive a path that's right in front of you. It's like, that's true. Oh, I'm so excited. It makes me so happy. So yeah, that's what I feel like this is speaking about. And the Pathfinder, and I think about how Wolf itself, and I think about a shaman's journey, right? You get, if you do a meditation with, I don't know, there's certain types of practices that that people do where they induce you into more of a hypnotic space, and you can run into guides like a wolf, and they will, it's like they're trying to lead you down a path that is, there's a sacred reason why. And I feel like we're running in this pinnacle right now. I think right now energetically in the world, we're in this pinnacle energy state where moving forward we're gonna go into more expansive, like the Great Awakening, almost like we are gonna go into a world of enlightenment. Like we're going towards this enlightenment in the world, and I feel like right now, moving forward, there's just gonna be a lot of expansion in everybody's consciousness and everybody in their own way that is willing to face a certain side of themselves, or and just remember that this is a real side of themselves. I feel like so many people are just on a very sacred path right now, and I feel like you, Toby, are really falling in alignment with it, and it's coming in right now for you specifically through like your guides, it could be dreams, even it could be something, I don't know, it's like the synchronicity around you. Let me just go into a tarot card. Sun, raw energy. I don't know if you know, if you have any connection to raw of any kind, but that connection to the sun, connection to the center sun, being enlightened about something, being enlightened by the path or to the right path. Where's the beginning card? Well, right now you're actually moving away from troubled, like you may have been dealing with a lot of stuff in your life, maybe just troubles in your life, and I don't know how that would be going on for you, but you're moving away from it right now. It's like whatever had been sort of, I don't know, it's like you've been, whatever you were dealing with, it may have left you in this space of feeling like, you know, you're not where you're meant to be right now. And this card is saying that you are moving away from where you know you're not in alignment, basically with. And there is this at the bottom of the deck with this King of, not King, I'm sorry, I apologize, Knight of Pentacles. It's slow, the progression away from all of what has not been serving you. There is this slowness to it, but there is this like longevity to what you're moving towards. So there's like this energy of, yes, things are kind of like slowly moving towards something better, and you can see it. You can actually, it's like in this material world where you can, it may be where you have to like really pick up your head and see beyond anything that might be trying to mess with your present moment, but intuitively and instinctively you know you're headed right in the right direction towards, you know, where you'd prefer to be in any of your situations. It's like this more stable place moving forward. I don't know if that resonated at all. Thank you so much. And I really, that is awesome. It blows my mind too when I'm right, because I've only, my mom, I mean, I read my own mother and told her she was going to have a baby at like an older age, and we both looked at each other like there is no way on God's green earth you are having another child, and she did. So I really just think that that is awesome. I get just as excited as you guys. I feel I'm just like, yay, spirit. So let's keep, let me just do one more. Where was I? Okay, and then I wanted to do what is your destiny, if we can't, like a destiny card for you, Toby. What is the destiny for you right now? Woo! It fell to the floor. It fell to the floor, and I normally would not take it. I really, because I have this weirdness about it, but it fell to the floor by my own mistake, so I will take it right now. But your destiny is this Emperor. I feel like you can't even, I don't know if you know anything, but this is a great, being in your, in that divine, you know, masculine energy, you know, working through your divine masculine energy, embodying it in this full way, and being your own boss, in some way. That is the destiny that you're moving towards. And I think about how we just saw the Knight of Pentacles, of that slow progression towards something that is longevity. And then we see what is the destiny of all of it, the Emperor. So, and you see the Ankh here of this internal life. And what I was, and I just for me to think of this, and then we saw the long, and we saw that Knight of Pentacles, right? That slow growing in the physical presence of the world, of your life, you know, pentacles, something slowly growing. And this could even end up, and I don't know how this is actually gonna for you, but this could end up turning into something that is generational for you in some way. It's like this could even affect your destiny, however your life moves forward. It could even end up where you become so good in life that you affect your ancestral line moving forward in life also. And that is your reading, Toby. You're very welcome. And that was really, I really pray all of what I just said really does come true for you and your family and your aunts and your, you know, your children. I don't know if you have children, however that affects you or however that resonates for you in your life or in your existence. I just pray that all, you know, works out for you just like that. And then we had number 9. I don't know if they're still here. They had a person up. Man, that was awesome. Toby, that was a really cool reading too. Okay, hello. Yes, that's the person that had said number 9. Yes, thank you. Yes. I tried to remember to make sure to read your name before I had moved on to the person I had started with next, just so I could remember. So I'm just gonna put this deck over here, because if my birdie friend Vocals comes back around, her favorite thing is to eat my cards. It's her favorite toy. So if you see all my cards with little chew marks on them, they could be brand new out of the box like a couple of days ago and have like multiple chew marks on them. And that's because I do my best to put them away, but I have a bird toddler. So I have a toddler with wings. So if I move them, she can fly to them. Yes. Yes. You can go ahead. And anyone who's here right now, honestly, just put down a number. What it was I had to put it down for what, because if we had, at first I saw a 19 and I put it so this way if we had a lot of people, you know, I could arrange it at, you know, pick a number 1 through 10. Whoever gets it right basically was thing. And this is a practice, I feel like, for, you know, further going forward. This is my first time going live on this channel, so I'm going live again tomorrow, just to say. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead. So this person that I'm going into next is, I can get started, but I'm gonna go ahead and do your reading right following Anne. Okay. And then that will be, ooh, I'm dropping them. I gotta reshuffle. I feel like, and then that will be maybe, let's see what number, and then maybe that could be after Anne for this live. And then I will be going live again tomorrow. And I'll have some, I don't know, better coordination with all of this. You're welcome. Thank you for stopping and taking a second to just see what was going on this page. You know, tarot isn't for everyone. And I even, oh, where is it? Oh, I won't pull it out, I guess. I put it away. I had this little thing just in case somebody, you know, came in with a negative, started messing with me. It was like this little thing to like, yep, don't worry, I'm fine with my life. It looked like a little pitchfork, but it also looked like Poseidon's like trident. So I thought if anybody called me the devil, I'd be like, yep, but I got my pitchfork. No, just to be, you know, and that laughter is medicine. So you just focus on your energy, because I need to focus. I apologize if this is taking a second. We're being playful too, so this is, let's see, Laura, Danny. Laura, Danny. Get closer to the table so I don't drop them again. Oh, I just felt it. Is this it? No, this is it. Okay. Swan Grace, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light, help me transform into elegance and grace, inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So I feel like maybe you've needed just peace in your life. It's like you've been focusing on your inner peace. I want to say it's like, not to focus on it, but that's the energy you're cultivating, and what is like the most important to you, I feel, is like what's important for you in your present moment is just like, I'm trying to wrap my mind about this, because I feel like this grace is the whiteness of it, and I don't mean to say that, but like the purity of it and the softness of it. There's just this energy around you right now of it's almost like you're reclaiming your nervous system, and I almost can relate to this, and that's why I feel like maybe and not to say that it was thrown off in an entire way, but it's just like maybe I'm not entirely right in that one sense, but it's like you're not letting people interrupt your peace. It's like your grace. You can even have an energy around you that's just in this protective energy of just you're not going to allow what you allow. Okay, you're not allowing the same. If you were ever allowing things that weren't right for you in any way from other people, that kind of thing you don't allow. Like what you allow from other people has changed, because how your inner peace is the most important to you in some way. Is that all right? I saw oh my. Let me see if anything else stands out, because I think of the ugly duckling almost in a way when we don't really know our situation, or we don't really know ourselves in a whole way, and then we emerge into that maturity of ourselves, that grace of maturity, and it's like you're in that space right now. You're that swan. That's who you're embodying. You're embodying that swan version of yourself. Oh, that's so good. So it's like you know yourself too. Wait, do I want this deck? You know what? I'm going to use a different deck for you. Just because I haven't cleared the other two decks. Let's see. This is one of my favorite decks. So, beginning energy for you. Your present position right now for you. A present position card to help me understand your energy. Present position card to help me understand. You dreamed of a swan the other night. I would really, because you came here and swan came out and you had a dream with the animal, I really would do a little bit of a rabbit hole discovery to really and do some introspection and write things down, and any intuition that comes in for you while you're writing it down, like like set a timer. So if you have like a time limit in some way of how you want to spend your time, you know, just do your research and just really, you know, give yourself that space to see what other messages are there. And was it a black swan or a white swan? I'm just curious, the one in the dream. I'm just curious myself. Was it the white swan or the black swan that you in your dream? Probably was the white. Because the black one does have a significance, and I just recently came. Okay. That's why I asked you that, okay? Because what that means is actually what you're going to be learning. The dream, I can help you. I only dream interpret my own dreams a lot of the times, and I've never really attempted too many dream interpretations of other people, and I don't know the full of what you experienced. However, the black swan, what I can tell you is, it's a representation of the unknown parts of yourself. It's like the stuff you can't just see, taste, touch. It really is, and it's really it. I myself, some of the dreams I thought I understood or understood, I still didn't, and I've had some incredible dreams. I've even dreamt I rode on a dragon. In 2018, I remember her talking to me telepathically in the dream, and telling me not to be afraid of her and to get on her back, and we flew, and it was just it was an incredible dream. It took 3 days of the dream, and I would leave the dream, and then I would go through my next day, come back, and it would almost feel like I left a world and came back to the world with this dragon. It only happened for the 3 days. I never saw this being in a dream again. When I did see her again, and I say her because it felt like a very feminine being, what I could feel. And I saw this energy again in a meditation like 2 years later. A few meditations, actually. I really feel like I might have had a moment with that one. So back to this right here. I just want to, the dark swan, the black swan, when I was going back to that, the black swan is really, like I was saying, do some research, do some introspection and meditation. I would really, if I were you, I don't know if you already do this, I would start like a consistency, like do a 30-day practice of a meditation that you resonate to, and really try and bring out or give that space for it. Just keep that space for it to keep evolving. Because black swan in a dream is very significant. And then to have it come out, so you have the light and the dark, one in your subconscious, one in your physical reality of a synchronistic connection right here and now. So it's like the light and the dark coming together in a more harmonious alignment for you, what you know about yourself, the light that you know about yourself, and then the shadow you could have, I think about what I'm doing with this channeling right now. We all are channelers. This is not something, for one, I use, cards to channel, but people can channel in so many different ways. And I feel like there could be some form of magic within you that is about to reveal itself, or truth about yourself that is about to reveal itself, and it's going to be of significance. I would imagine it would just be a part of your journey. It would be a significance of your present moment. Think about your present moment. We are always in the present moment. Whatever we're doing, if we stop doing this and we do something else, that's the next present moment. The future, when you get there, that's the present moment. The past, when you were there, that's the present moment. So what this shadow is, this thing that you don't see, you do see it. You just see it in your subconscious. So your subconscious is trying to talk to you through your dreams, through your synchronicities. This is like the all consciousness, right? We are all in this like web of consciousness. You're welcome. And then for your, and I'm sorry, I apologize if these get a little bit long, but that's why I'm just doing like the 3 present position, what's crossing you, your destiny, and then the spirit animal card. And it's amazing how much comes through with just the spirit animal card itself. So, present position. Present position for energy. So, we got for your present position is this 7 of Cups. And you have the rainbow and you have this like castle, the great castle of self, right? When we are fully in that embodiment space. But there's also all these choices of light, which I feel like these, you know what this is? And I think this is the reason why I pulled this card, this deck specifically, because you know, with tarot, there's so many variations of these cards, and each card, in my journey of working with them, when their imagery is different, their vibrations are really different, and not really different. There is similarity still, but there is this energy of, this is like choices, right? Or choices to be made. And what you were saying about the swan, the dark swan, and then the light swan, I feel like what's going on right now is you're coming into of these choices, or different parts of yourself that are coming to you. It's like these are just the gifts, not choices. I think of gifts. And you see this rainbow, and you think of rainbow, you think of the colors, you think of frequency, you think of the body, and you think about how we are all this vibration, right? And all of these colors are the representation of the vibrations in your brain, in your energy being, and them in that harmonious space, right? And being in that harmonious space, you start awakening and maturing to who you truly are, and receiving gifts of remembering. So these aren't gifts like, oh, I receive gifts because I'm special. No, this is who you already are. So this is just you remembering who you are and being in the proper vibration of who you truly are, so you can actually fully embody who you are. You think about how we are all this vibrational being, and how when we're around each other, we can actually have our energies where it's like our energy is scattered, right? If our energies are scattered, like some of our energy is over here, or some of our energy is over here, because we're always moving, we're always doing something. So if somebody, if you're really trying to, not trying, I apologize, it's the wrong word, but if you're bringing that harmony within yourself and you're taking care of your energy body on a regular basis, then you're giving yourself that space to remember who you are. So all of these gifts that are in this representation right here, I feel like is a part of this higher message of like you coming into yourself, really is what this is. Like you coming into your full self, and these spiritual gifts you'll be receiving. So, what's crossing you? You're welcome. I was trying to keep up. All of a sudden, there was a lot of things. So I was trying to keep up with everything. I'm trying to think. Well, I believe it or not, and maybe it doesn't seem like you are, and maybe you think that, you know, you're, whatever the case might be in your reality, know that you have, your vibration is high. And maybe coming to this message is a simple nudge from the all itself to give you that inner standing about your present position, that you have all this potential and that it's right there. Make a consistency about keeping how you resonate to keeping yourself just energetically more in balance. Just so these gifts that are coming in for you, that is in, I think about our potentiality field. You have all of these things that are in your potentiality field because that's who you really are. This is you remembering who you really are. So these are all the parts of yourself that you could potentially remember about yourself. That's that dark swan. It's like your dream was basically telling you that there's something more about you that you don't realize, and that if you dug a little deeper, it will actually, reveal itself to you. And not even, it's not going to be challenging because it's you remembering who you are. And then we'll do, let's see, one card to help me see what is crossing this energy. The Seven of Cups. Okay. And what is crossing you right now is you may have some people, and I don't know how this is going to resonate for you, but you may have this, I don't know who this is in your life, but there is some energies in your life that are somehow being deceptive towards you, which could be causing some uncertainty about your choices moving forward. What I love about this one, though, about this depiction of the Five of Swords, is that this shows capacity for you, because this is like competition or arguments even, or rivalry in some way. So you could have rivalry or someone that's just maybe not in your alignment for your best interests, like doesn't have your best interests at heart, would sooner block you if they could. However, you're holding swords. It's like you see these people defeated. It's like something you've been able to do. I don't know how you've been able to defend yourself in some way. It's almost like you've been able to use your sort of communication in the right moments, in the right way, and actually shut people up. I don't know if that's at all true, but there's been moments where, when you've had to use your verbal sword of communication in ways that maybe weren't so pretty, you left people like, I don't know, and were able to take back that power for yourself. So, and if this is something that you haven't done entirely, or maybe it's just like slowly evolving through this, but know that's something you're capable of, that you're wielding a sort of communication that can easily defend you. And I don't know how that is resonating. But that is a card of like rivalry, needing to defend yourself against something from others, and you just being able to do that to get to that castle. So this may be momentary moments, and then the greater destiny. Oh yeah, okay, awesome. This other, so we got the greater destiny. Knight, there was it did flip, but I didn't want to take it, but I do want to discuss it. It showed the Knight of Cups, which is, the Knight is like a slow, kind of a pace yourself energy. And the destiny behind that would be almost like to be able to embody your emotions in that pace yourself energy throughout your life. It's almost like you would, that's your destiny, to be in that more graceful flow, like being able to just be in that graceful flow, pace yourself, but in that passion, loving, you have that cup of love and emotion in your hand, in that Knight of Pentacles energy, and there's this slow pace yourself with that energy flow of receiving and giving and receiving. So I don't know how that would resonate. I want to pull one official. I just saw it flipped, but I feel like there's more to this position, so I just wanted to discuss it and see what falls. That is all. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the greater destiny. Ooh. Well, that was cool. We got the Lovers. And the Four of Coins. I feel like, I don't know if you're in a relationship or if this is just your destiny of having that inner marriage, having that divine masculine and feminine in harmony within yourself, which if you're in, that's your destiny, is to have that part of your your present moment vibration. So if you're in if that's what you're vibrating as and you don't have someone in your life, that means that this card is representing that coming into your life, because this is a destiny, right? So then, and you, and that pace yourself of love, right? So yay. And then this is holding back of resources in some fashion. So I feel like this energy hasn't completely come forth, and I feel like you'll be able to hold on to the resources in, as you'll have the resources you need in some. I don't know how that resonates or why that's a part of the message, and I just want to take a peek at something because I can. I just want to check something because I feel like this is in regards to a love, and there's so many different depictions. Let's see, love. Okay, so this means that you're going to be with someone that had waited until everything was more established. So it's like this person who may not be someone that is with you now. However, it's like they're holding back to when things are in that right time. Your natural gifts of abundance. And there's this energy of not focusing on just money matters, but not needing to focus on money matters because you have everything you need. You don't need to hold on. You won't need to hold on to anything. I feel like that's part of your destiny. You don't want to feel like you need to hold on to someone. You want to feel like there's somebody, okay, that makes more sense. See, that's the depiction. You can look at two cards and feel like you know, but if I rush and I try to guess too fast, that's how I can get it wrong, because the cards are right. It's about me interpreting them correctly. So for this Four of Coins for you, I feel like it's like you don't want to have to hold back from yourself. I feel like that's part of your destiny, is not needing to, and having someone that gives you that security somehow too. And then I see the world. It's like you stop holding back. When your destiny is to stop holding back and to embrace this grace, this peaceful energy coming in for you as far as love. I just feel like it's not going to be fast. It's not going to be slow necessarily either, but it's just going to be very in that energy flow. So it's going to be it'll be in alignment with who you really are, with with your energy. So that's really awesome. You're basically your destiny is to bring in a divine partner, a divine counterpart, because you yourself are embodying a balanced masculine and feminine energy. So in reflection of that, you're bringing in that for yourself. And this I didn't even put out, and for some reason the Justice is also out. So there's this justice to what you don't know, enlightenment to what you don't know, a balance to the truth, coming in over a situation. So if there was something that you weren't sure about that something that maybe needed justice, I didn't even put this out. I don't know where this even kind of came out, honestly. So this could be a side message for you, Lyra, Danny, of some form of justice coming in for you also. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I'm loving this. I love justice too. I love justice, especially the kind of justice where you don't even have to really do anything. It's just like the divine just is like, you know what? This looks like this needs to happen. And it's just like, oh, wow. You called it, universe. Okay, Anne, are you still here? Because that was the next person that was getting a reading. And I apologize if I'm not looking at all this because I'm trying to pay attention. This is my first live, so if this is at all, you know, not beautiful, I really appreciate everybody coming, and this just is awesome. This has been a really, really awesome experience. I don't think she's here anymore. Is she here? Anne, if you're still here, could you message just so I could know you're here? Hi, sweetie. It's one of my daughter's friends. Is in the chat. I have a 10-year-old. I don't see her still here, Anne. If Anne's still here, I am fully able to still do your message, and that was so much fun for the ones that I have done. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll be doing more lives. And I think because when I was younger doing tarot, I had only ever done tarot for friends or family members, and I always just have my one deck and have like this little booklet, and I always was so correct and doing it in a general way where it's like no one-on-one, right? So you're pretty much blind in an entire way, like you don't see a person, there's nothing, you're just pulling energy, you know, you don't really know. And getting to know this through these people coming and doing the readings individually, it's just been really cool to see it work in the moment with people I don't know, right? I'm just this, like, this has just been an interesting experience. Hi, Frog Girl. Oh, we got Frog Girl in the house. I gotta say I like your name. And Axolotl, I want to say that I do love your name, Axolotl fan. That is my daughter's friend. But Frog Girl, it's abundance. It's like, I'll pull, since you're here, let's see, maybe someone coming in here, whether it's Frog Girl or someone else, prosperity is on the way for somebody, because we got, and then we got Axolotl, which actually had a spirit animal message where Axolotl was part of the higher part of the message. I can't remember all of the esoteric meaning of Axolotl, but frog has a lot. I've been studying frog a lot recently, and it feels like there's, when you go down that rabbit hole of frog and knowing that it represents prosperity, and then you work with it as a leading inspiration or intuitive message, it just seems like different variations of frogs, when you're really seeing a lot of them, is this version of a lot of prosperity in different aspects or different points of position, or how you're putting your work in. Like, say if you're putting your work in multiple areas of your life, you'll get like images maybe, or you'll talk about a lot of different kind of frogs, and all of a sudden, you know, I don't know, you fall in alignment with some form of prosperity. I don't know. I've always been weirdly attached to where the frog is associated to prosperity. Yeah, so if I can get weird. So it's like, give her a chance. I love Toby. She's really good. I can vouch for her. So give her a chance. I wish Anne would have stayed because I think she left. Because that's who I was doing next. I don't have anybody that I'm in the middle of. I don't know what is wrong exactly with this person, Seth Davila, but that's sad to kill frogs. I used to catch them all the time when I was younger. I used to go fishing, so I would never hurt. I don't even eat meat. I don't like animals. I'm one of those really, really odd people that don't even like to kill flies, but fruit flies recently are all game. But well, I feel like Satan is a version of an illusion too, because I feel like it's. I mean, we have the devil. I think it's like projections that get too much energy, and then they become into like manifestations in the energy world. Oh, babble. I can babble all day. That's one good thing is, you must enjoy it or you wouldn't be here. Well, I think somebody is bored. Anybody else here? Because if not, I might, okay. I wonder if there's a way to like kick people out of something. Because honestly, this person is just not really, like, you need to go find somewhere else maybe that will be more fulfilling of, you know, what you prefer to be around, maybe. Okay. Well, to those out in this that are, if you don't want this person to ruin your experience, say something. If not, I may be ending this now. Just because we have a, oh, she's here. Oh, it is there. I think maybe there was a lag. Okay, there she is. Somebody must know Seth. I can't find my pitchfork, so I can't play with them and just be playful with it instead of attaching to it and letting it bug me because it's just starting to bug me. But if I have something to arm myself with to make it humorous, at least I can stop focusing on it because it's honestly a little annoying. Yes, and I'm glad you're here. I'm going to do yours, and as far as I can tell, you will be the last one, and that will be a much more positive way to end this live for my very first live than this person who has just got to find something else to do. I get bored too, I guess. Yeah, I get that. I think that there's spammers everywhere. There's spammers on your cell phone. You can get, I think I get like more spam phone calls than I get people phone calls. And I don't mean to make fun of the whole devil. It's just that I feel like it's a guard. It's like the way to protect myself because I believe in the unity consciousness and Jesus consciousness and people kind of have a if you don't work with cards, you don't perceive it, and if you can't perceive it, it's like you can be a bigot about it. And I feel like my own family, people I've read for, and I've sat there and told them countless things about themselves that I would have no way of knowing, and being completely right, and being proven to them that I'm right, not even me, because all I'm doing is talking, and having them being a bigot towards me. Even though they allow me to read and I got it right, but then still, be that person to kind of like talk crap about tarot, because it's almost like a mental generational curse where people, it's almost like a cliche to make fun of it because you don't understand it, and so many people feel like they are in some way, I don't know, cool to talk crap about it in a way, I feel. It's almost like because they don't understand the psychological part of it, because if you work with tarot every day, even if you're not a tarot reader, it will enhance you spiritual. It will wake you up. Like, I've learned about different forms of consciousness working with it, like apex consciousness. Just work. This is the archetypes of the human being. This is who is this. These cards are. It's like this flower of life, the emerald tablets. I've been doing tarot since I was 11 years old is when I first found my first deck. And when I started studying meditation, I actually went into an esoteric store and they taught us meditation, and they put bags on our heads and taught us to ask the universe what was inside the bag. And that I was successful in that. And the tarot was all by myself. No one taught me anything at that time. I was just doing the meditation class, and I picked up a deck of cards, and I feel like that was just me being me, and I just picked it up and started using them with any random person. Yeah, I'm still studying that energy of Shiva, just to say, but it's Shakti and Shiva. It's like the representation of the ultimate couple, right? And I think about the ultimate couple that I always resonate to, aside from Shakti and Shiva, and this is a different couple, is Thoth, I don't know, and Ma'at, which I don't know how true that, I don't know, from all my research that was a connection, and they were wisdom keepers. Ganesha. I have a lot to learn, and I really would like to, but and let me get you your spirit animal card pulled, just because then I can start talking about that. But right now my focus has been really getting more intricately just well versed into all the cards and numbers. The numbers for me, and animals, because the spirit animals, I've been really researching animals. It seems like animals speak out more to me. Numbers speak out to me more. I've been learning a lot about meditation and walking meditation, and how you can utilize the treadmill to harmonize the left and right side hemispheres of your brain using frequencies. Like, say you use like 528 hertz frequency, and you listen to it like in like a headphones, and you walk to it, and you think about how if you put a frequency to sand or water and how it makes a shape, right? Well, when you're walking, you're increasing how your body vibrates. It's like it's in a healthy way, right? And you're creating this energetic metronome almost. It's like when you listen to music and you're on a treadmill, sometimes you'll start walking to the beat, right? And music is frequency, and that's what you're made of. That's what you're actually made of, is frequency. So something that I do for my meditations is I actually meditate while I walk. I don't always meditate while I'm laying down. I'll actually listen to even guided meditations and use a treadmill, and I've done it at Planet Fitness right in front of an entire crowd of people, like, yep, this is my weird, have a nice day. But I did walking meditations, guided ones. For one time, I did for my chakras, and I did a chakra cleansing. This was the first time I had ever done it, and I had been a reader for years and years and years, and I had not ever cleared my chakras a day in my life. And the first time I ever did, I did it on a treadmill, and this is why I still to this day do it on a treadmill. When I opened my eyes after the guided meditation was over, and I was holding onto the treadmill, and that's why I love it, is when you're holding onto the treadmill, you can close your eyes and go mindless, and your legs still know how to walk. If the treadmill is going at your pace that is comfortable for you to close your eyes, that treadmill will keep your legs going, and your mind can go into like a meditative hypnosis. Well, when I opened my eyes, every number on the machine had a 3 on it. So it was like 3 the entire machine, after I had done a chakra meditation, clearing all of my chakras. And it was a really good one. I felt it, and I really got really deep into the meditation. And walking, for some reason, creates a more heightened depth to it. And it was not just where you seen a projection in my mind. When I woke up, when I opened my eyes, the physical reality gave me something instantaneously saying, you know, this did something to your vibrations. This did something to your energy field. And that's why I even have a demonstration video on my channel of me doing a walking, like just demonstrating how you do it on a treadmill. Because when I first started this channel, I actually hurt myself. And I work with fitness all the time. And what actually got me so still was I injured myself and had to be still all the time for a while to get back to where I can be working out like I used to. I tore soft tissue in my plantar fascia, and I wasn't able to walk really great for a while. But I'm strong again, back to fitness, back to working out. My legs are both working normally again. My plantar fascia is healed. So let me focus on Anne's energy for a second. And anyone who wants to talk can, but I'm just gonna really try to give my full attention to Anne's energy right now, just because I want to pull her, or her or him. I say Anne because you must be a female, but if you are a male, I apologize. Anne's my middle name, so that was kind of. You just never know. You never know. Okay. I'm always about clarity, and it's so funny how you can find clarity about your present moment within your surroundings of your present moment if you can lift your, I don't know, consciousness weight to get into that flow state of resonance to the things around you. And it can make you feel crazy sometimes, so you got to be careful of that. But that's why, you meditate, because it's not feeling crazy, it's what the other world, outside world projects. And if you can feel self-acceptance, if you can be self-accepting of yourself and be okay with, and really in this day and age, if you are not self-accepting, then you really should work on that, because no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, it really does not matter. There is going to be somebody to say something about you on both sides of the coin, good and bad, and it does not matter what it is you're doing. So you got to be grounded in yourself, right? Exactly. Because usually if you're not, the universe will send you what you need to get there. And it's usually not, those lessons aren't always easy, but they're the ones that get us there. Okay, Anne, you're getting good luck. Ladybug, you are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. And I love that this comes out for you because of the red. You bless the world with color and good luck. And so far from your energy, this so far, and I'm just looking at your name and just the projection of what I'm feeling, trying to more hone in on your energy. You really do have this brightness. Like I don't want to be weird, but sometimes when I'm focusing on an energy, it's like the air starts to look, it's like the air is still air, but it looks like there's like a color or something within the air when I'm connecting to somebody sometimes. And I don't know, your energy is got like this like light. Yeah, I guess it could be like an aura. I don't know, I guess that's what it is, because it's space is an illusion, right? So me focusing on yours, I guess that's what it's like, that color. I can actually see yours, and it's got this. I'm trying to not be, because I get a little uncomfortable admitting to seeing energy. I'm just like, okay, self-acceptance, Patty. Okay. But you really do have something, I feel, coming in for you right now. Also, it's like because of who you are too. Like it's like who you are is you're magnetic is a good way to put this. You know, some people, it's like would be in a seeking, but or something where in magnetism you don't, it comes to you without you doing much, right? So magnetism, so you're in this magnetism energy towards something because of this awesome energy that you got going on right here. So let's see what the tarot has to say. I know that wasn't, but the color, it's just interesting. It's almost like, I feel like, because the ladybug can, at times, I think about when we see one, and I don't know if this is right for you, of how it can be almost like a message of someone that has passed away. So it's almost like when you see one, it is like a positive message from the other side in this weird way. It's like you find one in this divine synchronistic moment, and it's like, and then suddenly, you know, some weird good thing happens not that long down the line. And so I feel like, yeah, magicians, so manifestations, and what I was saying before, magnetism, justice, and I feel like the justice is more of you, of something coming in to balance something, and I think about that weight of our lives, like the weight of like the balance, like with the heart and the feather, and I feel like whatever in your energy system that is not getting the energy that it deserves, right? Because remembering who you are, if there's some part of your moment to moment that isn't getting what it needs in some way, or giving it all, or getting all that it needs, I feel like you're that's what's coming in potentially. You're also coming into potentially some form of a rebirth of some sort. Let's do a beginning position for you. So you may have been at any given time, you know, meeting any situation with just more assertiveness, more boldness, and being in that nurturing space too. So say if you needed to assert yourself in a situation where the other party is in some way um, out of balance, you're able to use your sort of communication and just cut the cut the situation in the way where you leave that person unarmed and back to where they are in their own energy, keeping you your energy. uh the peacock in this, as many times as I've seen this card specifically in this deck for the first time, the peacock itself is really standing out to me. And I think about the peacock and I think about how they do this dance when they are happy, or it's like this showmanship of love of themselves. It's like, and it's not in an egotistical way. It's almost like I love myself. I'm not afraid to stand here with my feathers fully fanned and stand here and, you know, tilt and let you all admire me, basically. And it's not, you know, it's just like, and I think about how that creature, that's natural to who they are, and that's self-love, right? It's almost like this creature in this image is almost to say you love yourself in a very beautiful way, where also you're able to stand up for yourself in a it's like firm but loving way, also to put a person back where they need to be. It's like, keep your stuff to your stuff, but you're so you can be so strategic about it when you have to be, if you're pushed right. Or maybe this is a part of you that is coming into a more whole image, because you had a lot of cards that came out, and this one is the one that came out that was the strongest. And then this Knight of Pentacles, which is this good luck, I think, maybe, of what's coming in, something that has long-term success in it. It's something that what you're moving in towards, you might be coming into where you're going to be more of a leader. You may be standing in more of a leadership role, but of more of that feminine leadership. So it's not like that masculine hardball, like, you know, military type almost intelligence, but still an intelligence where that bubbly personality, that awesome personality that you have, is going to be so awesome for those that you come in contact with. It's just the way that you will affect those that you come in contact with. What is crossing you at this time? And what is, I don't know if there has been some sort of end in your life where what's been crossing you is that something may have ended around you, or this is something something may be holding you back from moving into this situation fully. You know what this is? And I feel like in this card, what the swords don't even stand out to me. It almost feels like in what's going on is there is something about your forwards, your potential, that you're not even using. There's something about something about your true potential that has something to do with this, and that's why it's been challenging for me to pick up on it. And I don't know how that could mean. It's almost like you yourself are binding yourself from more potential that you actually have. And you have an incredible and this incredible potential of something long term, but there's just like what's crossing you and what's keeping you maybe from this. I don't think this is something that's going to be kept from you. I think there is this energy where you're holding yourself back from something though, and maybe you don't even fully realize it. Let me just see what else I can get. I would even do a mind dump, and just, if you can, when you get a chance, and write for like 10 minutes and just see what comes out. I don't know. Could be. I'm not sure either. Let me try again. Let me just put these cards back and try again, because we got the good luck. And let me just try again. I'm going to clear the deck. Where is... I go like this. Just selenite. Just some selenite. Just any energies. Just... I'm going to try once more. Just to see if it comes out similar, if it comes out different. I apologize. Maybe there was just... the energy wasn't quite there. The good luck, the ladybug so far is right on. So I'm just going to stick with that and just go back to the start. I had something to burn. So right now you're in this time and of this is the time to introspect for you right now. This is the time to meditate. This is the time to go within. There is your higher self, I feel like, would like you to increase the flow between you and your unconscious, or this is something you're working on now. I feel like this is like this healing phase that you're in, where it's more, I don't know what part of yourself that may need to just, it's like that rest, right? To be in this rest space. Maybe you've needed to rest in some way. But I also feel like you have a message from yourself. It's almost like you should consult yourself. You know how we have self-consultation, like you're here with me and I'm picking up on your energy. It's almost like I feel like your energy wants you to talk to yourself in this weird way. Hi everyone. Hello, anyone who comes. Today has been a funky day for you. Yeah. That might be part of it. That might be part of what this is about. Maybe whatever the funkiness around you, because this is your present moment position card. That's like the position, or that's what this is supposed to be giving me insight about, is more of what's going on in your present position. And if you've had a funky day, maybe that rest and introspection to maybe delayer the day, like, because it's like, instead of just moving on in a situation, sometimes clearing your energy system, facing yourself, facing any funkiness, and so it allows, because I feel like maybe there's a part of you that, and I don't know how this could resonate to you, but I think about when we have greater potential, right? And let's say there's some form of greater potential within you that maybe you don't even know about. Maybe you've never maybe it's something that's within you, but you don't know about it because it's like it's stuck in your subconscious, and you can't access the truth to it, the insight about it. So maybe there is something about your path that the universe would like you to just consult yourself to see. It's it's like pulling yourself out of yourself, right? Remembering yourself. I would even do a meditation for 30 days. And because 30 days is like a sweet spot when you meditate consistently and you're doing the same meditation over and over again. It really gives your brain a chance to, it's like being in that vibration of it, calibrating. It's like when you're match pitching to a song, right? And you're using a meditation and you only use it once. You know, how is that enough for your body to match pitch, you know, all of this change that you'd like for yourself, or all of this awareness you'd like to bring out of yourself? So to do it in a consistent way, 30 days, you can then really give yourself that whole space to allow what is trying to come out of you too. And it could come out of you in a weird way where all of a sudden you're doing something and you don't even really know why you're doing it, and all of a sudden, you know, you're doing it in a consistent way, and then it leads to these aha moments because it's you and your higher mind in more flow within the present moment to lead you down what could be of greater potential. It's almost like I feel like there's some greater potential stuck within you, and you are such an awesome energy that it's like spirit is maybe attempting to lead you down I think of Alice in Wonderland, where it's like Dinah is like, okay, I'm gonna walk inside this area, and you know, you're gonna go climb inside the tree and then fall down into Wonderland and fight the Jabberwocky or something. You could be on a verge of a spiritual awakening of some sort. Ooh. There may be some form of loss coming in. Have you lost anyone recently? I don't want to be, I don't like going into this energy because it's not the funnest, but have you lost anyone? Well, that, or this is a part of you going through it's almost maybe even an ego death. Or I think about how death can also be a form of transformation. So, and this is following this introspection time. So I feel like it's almost like the part of you weren't aware of comes alive, and it's like who you were before that awareness is gone once you know this. And I see this strength card come up as I say that. So it's like to say, be strong, be courageous with this information. Don't let it push fear into you, because that will just stall you out, because fear is stagnancy, right? Face yourself with courage surrounding that, because through those challenges that we come into contact with, you know, there is greatness on the other side of that, especially when we face it in that courageous way. So, and what I was saying before about there is this also love coming. It's like there's an end possibly coming, but then a new beginning. So new connections for you. A new connection, but there may be something. I'm looking at the death card just to do my best, and the flower, the white flower that's on the card is coming off. So, I really feel like that might be something to come, and I apologize if that does happen. but I really also feel like it's like I see the feminine symbol right here, right? And it's almost like that's what it is. I really feel like you're about to go through a possible kundalini awakening where your feminine energy is going to rise, and it's going to cause a complete transformation within you. And I don't know if that's entirely true, but I see the Two of Cups, and I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to go too far ahead of myself with the Two of Cups. I just feel like that's more of you making the right connections now to get you through this that's coming in for you. I feel like you're going to create a bond, and that's the good luck also that is going to assist you through a challenging time where you're going to need to use that courage within yourself. Now, before I go, what's the destiny? What is your destiny within this situation? What is the destiny? Because that's something I haven't asked yet. So what is the destiny of this situation? What is the destiny of this situation? For Anne. Well, the good luck, because when I see good luck, I always feel like it would have to be with in some realm, and I don't mean to box luck in, but it would definitely be within a spectrum, within the positive side of the spectrum of feelings. And some of this felt that when that death card came out, kind of was just like, ugh. But there is something more to this, and I feel like there's this like dark, this some sort of an ending, but I really feel like it's like how you perceive yourself and your femininity, and it's like this strength that you're gonna need through it, and the connections you're gonna create through it is gonna level you up within. And this good luck, I was loving that this Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles came out together. So it's like Pentacle and Pentacle, and then there was like all royal cards. Like it was just like Queen of Swords, King of Cups, you know, all, and there was just all of this King and Queen energy that came out. But the two that I picked was these two on the front of the pile that fell out, because these are the ones that really were standing out. And then we have the Bear, and it's almost like I feel like you're gonna go through this time of like, I think of like the winter time when the bear goes into hibernation. There may be a time where it may feel like you're in some form of a hibernation, but it's creating a longevity within finances. And it's like it's like, I think of the Ma'at, one of the 42 ideals of Ma'at in daily life, the commandments of the Egyptian commandments right now. And I think about how sometimes we can perceive something that we face as bad, but in actuality, something that is bad is actually what we needed to get us on the path that was the right path for us. So in essence, it's like, to some it would be perceived as bad, but to you see it from the right angle. And it's like, as soon as, I don't know, the dust clears and everything and the true sight of the situation comes forth, it's like the truth that it was good is actualized. And I feel like that's a lot to do with this message. It's like there may be some weirdness that's going on, where it's like you're going for this rest, and there may be this potentiality where some form of ending or transformation. I think of the dragonfly right now. I think of that transformation time when we learn something, or we are completely reborn through something. You have a really strong, loving bond around you. And I feel like you're leading into this progression where you have longevity and this nurturing. So it's like the longevity and nurturing around prosperity and a leveling up. It's like because you go from the knight to the queen, so you go for this immediate leveling up, right? You go from a knight working its way up the ranks, right, to being the queen, right? So it's like work you're putting in on a regular basis leads you to that embodiment of a balanced feminine energy, able to take care of herself, grounded. So it's like, and I think about how all these creatures around her represent different vibrations, different frequencies. Different animals on this actually represent prosperity, but there's other ones on here that mean different things. Like the fox is this cleverness, right? Then we have the rabbit that has this adaptability while also this speed, right? And then there's this bird right here specifically. I've done research on, and it means prosperity. And then you have the butterflies, which is like that caterpillar cocoon phase. And then when the cocoon phase is over and we come out and we emerge in that butterfly phase. So it's like this is like a cycle that you could be going through, and the cycle that you're going into is this prosperous, but it's like slow, but it's like pace yourself. It's like this pace yourself energy where then suddenly you lead to a leveling up within your energy. And that was your destiny. So it's not, this right here is definitely not in your energy. The crossing you with the death card, there might be something coming in for you where there's going to be a transformation of some sort. But that's what I was saying. There's like something that seems like it might be sort of like a bad situation, but it might not be perceived as you, from your angle, as that. You're going to understand it when it comes towards you. I pray that helped you, and I just feel like for you, I don't want to get hung up on one thing. I just feel like you have a lot of yourself that is going to awaken moving forward. I feel like you're ready for it, though. That's the thing. You are ready for this, and that's why this is happening. And it's like what I was just saying. It's like it's time for you to be in this alignment with a version of yourself that is more whole and complete. And somehow universe has plans. Let's just put it that way. Let's put it nice and simple and sweet, that your turn, this is where you're leading. This is your destiny, which is this Queen of Pentacles, this grounded feminine energy connected to the universe around you. And what I was saying before, and this is your destiny, and what I was saying before is that you may go through some form of awakening, like a sudden awakening. And that may, I don't know, like a Kundalini awakening. If you never had a Kundalini awakening, that might be something that, and if your body's not ready for it, that might be part of this message, is to clear your energy, just because you may be going through a lot of changes to be more in alignment with who you truly are. I would just do something where you clear your energy or maintain a consistency with that mental weight. Like what I'm doing right now with tarot and dealing with it every day to lift those higher consciousness weights, right? Because it's a daily practice. It's like when you go to the fitness, when you work on your fitness and you do it every day to make sure your arms are strong and your legs are strong. Is something you'd have to do on a daily basis, because our energy doesn't take a break. It's just like our body doesn't take a break. It has to go all the time. So you putting work into it on a daily basis is like a personal respect, right? So I would go and do meditations. There's a couple of people I can refer you to. Joe Dispenza is a person, and you can find him right on YouTube. You can do a pineal gland meditation, or honestly, there's such incredible meditations on YouTube for so many things, and I mean that. Like, I've gone and I've done these for 30 days myself. I was actually going to do a 30-day meditation. It's like when you go to an aerobics class, and sometimes doing it with someone, even if, you know, you're both in your own world, just doing it with the person helps with creating that accountability so that you can create the habit, which then you can be left to fly on your own after 30 days. And I was thinking about doing a 30-day habit building series on my channel surrounding meditation, just to be that person, like, this is how I do it, and then doing it for 30 days. But that's what I would do. I would really start doing the research of what resonates to you, what you feel like you need, because I don't know what you need as far as your energy, but I do know that there's a basic respect, which would be to clear your chakras every day. Do a meditation to clear your chakras every day. Do a basic meditation where you're breathing, a breathing meditation. I would do a pineal gland meditation every single day, because even if you're not a creative person, you definitely want to keep that creative flow every day. So, and you can do it in the morning. You got to create, and everybody has a life, right? We have lives that get busy, you know, things happen. So it's really to what is your availability to arrange your life to make sure that it's in your life every day. And then also there's another one, what is it? Aaron Doherty. Aaron Doherty, Doughy or Ty. He's on YouTube. He has incredible meditations. I really suggest his meditations. He has really, honestly, incredible meditations, I found. Intention setting meditations. It really depends on what you need. If you're really just trying to get in alignment with your flow state, if that's what you're looking for, then I would suggest pineal gland activation meditation. If that's what you're trying to do, if you're trying to get in flow with yourself, I would do clearing your chakras every day, just to keep that. Even if you're just listening to them, like you're listening to a song, like while you're cleaning your house, or, you know, you're organizing, you know, your pantry, you go through and you go on YouTube and you find a chakra clearing meditation of sound, and listen to it while you're doing things. And then it's like you're not sacrificing time to be it. You're finding a way to make it a part of your life, right? To make it something that you can actually exist and do, and not try to force will on it and expect a miracle of your existence. It has to be in flow with your now, right? Does any of that make sense? And anybody have any questions based on what I just said? And some of this is lagging a little bit, so if because I feel like, okay, and like I appreciate everyone who came, and let's do a group spirit animal. We'll just do a group. Peace and love to you. As this group of individuals who have come together this evening that are hanging out, what is a spirit animal message? Just think about it. We are one, but we are all at the same time. And we all came together and had this really cool experience. Momentum. And good luck came out again. Look at that. So, momentum and luck, prosperous, positive, progressive possibilities. That's what that is. Good luck and horses. Positive, progressive possibilities. for us all, because that was what that was. So ha, dragon. And what did I mention inside this reading? We were talking about dreams in this live feed, and the dragon did come out, and I mentioned, my dream where I got to feel what a dragon felt like, and imagine one of your most vivid dreams of all time, and thinking how you can't touch a dragon in reality. And I was able, and I still to this day, I love when I get to see her in my meditation. So those coming in here, you have great potential for greatness. You could even have guardians within that realm of dragons. If you do research on dragons, they live in a realm of more light, not in this realm of density, that they actually work with us. So my dream is almost, could it just be this way where I was connecting to this part of myself. But I also think of the Kundalini awakening, and I think about that inner dragon, right? Feel that dragon within inside of you. Supernatural. That life is supernatural. We can create our realities easier. It's like we are a portal. I think about how we are a portal, and based on what the work that we put into ourselves bases on what reality we shift ourselves into. Like, say if today you're in one way and tomorrow you decide to pick up cooking, mastering cooking, that's a part of yourself that you're falling in alignment with. But like tomorrow, say if you decided to pick up painting and master painting, that's the part of yourself you're remembering of yourself. So that's that supernatural ability to create your own reality, right? Because that's that power of intention and progression and forward, right? Consistency and being. You are an ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. And everyone came here and we all rose with dignity. We all met with each other despite life being busy. And it was this shape-shifting energy where I worked with several different people, and it just evolved, right? And it had a different shape. Each one of you are your own unique shape. I think of a snowflake. I think of how snowflakes fall and how each one of those snowflakes, they all look the same, right? Every single one of those snowflakes, that when they fall, they all look alike. But under a microscope, every single one of them, and no one knows how they do it, but they're all different, right? So it's like that unity and sovereignty, right? So that's the energy of this reading, is unity and sovereignty. And that supernatural energy that connects us all. I really thought that was awesome. And you see how there, you said unity, and you see that I see this like spiral within the tail, and it's just that spiral of just infinite all, right? Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna do one more thing if you guys feel up for it, and then I will close it. I feel for sure at that time. If no one wants to hear anything more, that's fine. But I usually close my spirit animal messages when I do them normally with one of the 42 ideals of Ma'at. And because of the fact that I was doing individuals and these cards specifically take so long, I didn't do them for everyone. And I figured we can pull one as the way to end this, and then go and then end the connection from there. And I just want to say before this that I enjoyed this, and please feel free to come back again. I will be doing live feeds again. Feel free to like and subscribe. This is a journey for me. I enjoy it. It's a gift to be able to do it, and to have people willing to receive the energy exchange and your enthusiasm and the messages coming in right, and I really feel like you have a greater potential within yourself that you are going to unleash, basically, just to say, because yours kind of felt like there was something more to it. I almost wish I um had you in front of me right now just so I could work more on it, because it's kind of, but that's okay. Not in front of me, but I was more of a personal reading. Maybe another time. So a message for us all from the 42 Ideals of Ma'at in Daily Life. Please, spirits, help me pick the right card. Woo! It fell out. This is so cool that this came out. This is one of my favorite cards, and it not ever comes out for me. I swear it's one of my favorite ones because of the images on it. And it's the image that actually, this image specifically, that a bunch of years ago, I'd say like, I don't know, like 6 years ago when I bought this deck, this image was why I bought it. And I had no idea what these cards actually were. I just felt drawn to them. And I come to find out they were what they were for, and I didn't know that at the time. I'm going to read something about, to give you more insight on this, and then that's how I'll end it, because I'm gonna push this back. Ooh. Let's see, do I have, I don't know where one of my things went, so we're gonna go just like this so you guys can see it. And then I'm just going to read the passage to it quickly, and I'll do my best to just pace through it. It's not long, just to say, I offer words of good intent. And I just love that it came out, because the only way to really learn this book, or these cards, or these ideals, is to work with them. Oh, 11. 11. So I always think about how words are frequencies, and how 11 is such, it's like an attention. It's like grabbing your attention to say, to give you a message, right? 11. Like I found out the word luck is actually the luck it. Luckit is the vibration of 1111. If you know numerology and you know numbers and you know how to define a letter with numbers, and you go like Luck, which is 333. I want to say, let's see, it's 6, that's 9, I think 2, that's luck. And then it, which is 9-2, that's 11. So luck into it, 11-11, lucking into something. I offer words of good intent. In geometry, a fractal is a never-ending, infinitely complex series of patterns, self-similar across varying scales. Life language, and the language by which we live our life can be considered a fractal of sorts, a replication of infinity expressed through the kaleidoscope of consciousness perceived through the human lens. Language is a powerful tool with which we can find guidance and navigate infinity. and how we actively and mindfully participate in reality is the punctuation to our life sentence. A consciously chosen vocabulary has the power to create worlds within our words. Because if you look beyond the surface of the sound and symbol and dig more deeply, there are hidden fractals to every term. Which is crazy because I just mentioned Luckett, and this is actually talking about vocabulary and the power in words. Power to create worlds within our words. Because if you look beyond the surface of the sound and symbol and dig more deeply, there are hidden fractals to every term. How we define a word is its seed, but its etymology gives it roots, and from these roots the seed finds nourishment to feed its soul. As light gives spirit to the life expressed. The human body in symbolism by Manly P. Hall discusses the notion of esoteric languages such as Hebrew being written and read from right to left because the intention is for the words to be received in the direction of the heart. Hall further elucidates, excuse me one second. Further elucidates, let me just see where I was, that Egyptian hieroglyphics were placed on columns that could be read from left to right or from right to left, perhaps because of the emphasis placed on a balance of the masculine and feminine mind, language expressed as a synthesis of both hemispheres and a unification of the heart, body, and mental faculties. Being a living expression of the ideal to offer words of good intent means understanding that our living word is the light of our life, shines an intentional language, illuminates infinite potential for growth and evolution. And that was the end of that. Oh wait, no, there's more. I apologize. How we navigate experience with a mindfully chosen vocabulary is also how we become a cartographer of creation. I don't know if I said that correctly. Mapping new territories with keen perception, the heart is our living compass. Anything about the heart being that compass in resonance. When you're in resonance something that it's like when you feel pulled towards something, that's your heart space. You think of the heart space. They measured monks who meditate on a regular basis, and they measured the heart space, the electromagnetic energy that emanates from the heart space for monks that meditate regularly is so high. The power that comes from their energy, from their heart. That's why when we meditate, it's instead of being all in your mind and just your mind, it's like you put your hands over your heart and you put your attention towards your heart space, expanding the energy field around your heart space. So you can close your eyes and take a deep breath and imagine a ball of light in your heart in your heart space, spinning in a clockwise position, and as it spins, it expands. And as it expands, you feel just enveloped in that energy, and that's how you do it. That's how you expand your heart energy. And believe it or not, and it can be woo woo whatever, but if you're here, you don't care about that. But that is such a way to get in tune with yourself, is to get in tune with your heart space. I pray this message helped you all. I think I got myself on a little tangent near the end here, so I'm going to let it go from here. Is everybody all set? And I'm going to say thank you all and have a beautiful the rest of your evening. And please feel free to come back tomorrow if you'd like for another live reading. I'll be doing these a couple of nights out of the week to get to do this one-on-one, and I'm always open for personal readings. Just leave a comment and I can comment to you specifically, my email or something, so we can arrange or something. I also have a website on my description, so you can try and do it through there if you'd like. But thank you, and live in peace and stay awesome, everyone. Thank you. I don't know how to end this exactly.